The first time I tried to ride a bicycle, I rode it straight into a barbed wire fence. I grew up in a small rural community in the highlands of central Mexico. And I remember not knowing how to ride a bike, like my older brother, because there were norms about things boys and girls did and didn't do in my community. But even as a third grader, I wanted the power to make my own choices. I wanted to explore my world and thrive. This idea that third graders have the power to shape their own lives guides my work.
Can you imagine not being able to see the big E on the eye chart? I grew up in a small town in central Kentucky, and as a third grader, I couldn't see the big E. I am the youngest of 4 children, and my house was a loud and busy place growing up. But somehow my parents made sure we had everything we needed. Well, most of the time. I was a quiet kid who followed my sister and brothers through school. None of them wore glasses, but a school screening revealed that I was the exception. My mom immediately made an appointment for an eye exam, and even though I was only 8 or 9 years old, I could tell she was really embarrassed. How did she miss this? While Julie is right that children have the power to make important choices for themselves, my story helps us to understand why children need the help of adults and mentors to thrive.
In Appalachian communities, families face many challenges. The main restaurants are fast food. Tobacco ads are everywhere. Children are big businesses' next consumers. In Appalachian communities, there is limited access to quality food and healthcare. And Kentucky ranks #1 in childhood obesity. Stress and sleep disruptions are regular occurrences. And children and teens are regularly injured by preventable accidents. And 1 in 3 high school students uses tobacco, primarily vaping. This is why we engage this community to empower children to thrive. My name is Julie, and I'm a registered dietitian.
My name is Angie, and I am a family nurse practitioner. I'm a part of a team of clinicians who works with third graders. Why third graders? Because third graders are curious about their world. They're interested in learning about themselves and others. Third graders are at a point in their life where they are learning that personal choices have clear outcomes and that they can develop good habits and put them to good use. Third graders are also vulnerable to adopting the beliefs and behaviors of their peers, so learning in a group setting is helpful. Most health problems Americans face begin in youth. 1 in 10 children will try tobacco before the age of 11. Beginning health education before this happens is key. Children have the ability to make healthy choices for themselves. Adults and mentors can illustrate those healthy choices through providing key health information and modeling healthy behaviors. High school students can be the mentors that children look up to and learn from and admire. Our team's vision is to support elementary schools so that we can empower children to thrive.
Given the problems in low-resource communities, where do we start to empower children to thrive? We started at an elementary school sitting on top of a ridge overlooking a fertile agriculture valley. We started by listening to parents, teachers, and the community. Being a parent is hard work, and everyone is doing their best to raise their children well. Adults in children's lives told us they cared deeply about children's health. Teachers told us that time was limited for teaching health during the school days, and that teaching health was the responsibility of the physical education teacher. But we also learned that children spend very little time in PE classes, 20 minutes a week. But teachers also told us what they needed to facilitate and support children's health and learning. By listening, we engaged them in finding ways to promote health as partners with the school. We engaged them in simple solutions like adding water bottle filling stations, adding a wagon with items for indoor and outdoor activities to every classroom, and providing a shade for an outdoor classroom.
We learned that schools have caring teachers, access to school nurses, and involvement of community programs. So we acted. We engaged a local elementary school, our university and clinical community to develop a strategy to deliver health education in a novel and rapid way. This led to the development of the brief health lesson deck of cards. The idea behind these cards is that they are short health lessons that can be delivered during a short period of time during the school day. BRIEF is an acronym. Brief as in 5 minutes. Regular and routinely used, integrated in already existing instructional activity, energetic as in active movement, and fun. These cards are designed to be delivered weekly by teachers, adults, and mentors so that they can empower children through learning health education and through practicing healthy behaviors.
High school students are a powerful force. We recognize that there was an energized and active youth coalition, and all these high school students needed was an adult in their lives to help them thrive as leaders in the community. With the support of a community champion, we developed the Health Ambassador Program. The community champion trained high school students to serve as health ambassadors and mentors to third graders. The health ambassadors delivered 5 health lessons, and this inspired the creation of a scholarship fund that will empower these high school students to thrive inside their community and later on in college. And this year, Gabby will be attending college with a scholarship from the Health Ambassador Endowment Fund. This demonstrates what adults can accomplish when we empower children to thrive.
Today, we illustrated what happens when a small group of people with a shared vision come together and act. Consider a problem that faces your community and the people you care about. What happens if we don't continue to act to find solutions? The reality is that the issues our children face will only worsen, as the recent pandemic showed us. Children are increasingly vulnerable to targeted campaigns from the tobacco and fast food industries. If we don't aggressively teach our children to resist these campaigns, their quality of life will suffer long term. Poor health is costly to families and communities. Children will continue to miss school, adults and parents will continue to miss work, and teachers will continue to play catch up with the children who are falling behind. My health and school journey would have suffered without the help of adults. I would have fallen behind if adults had not intervened. I am thankful the adults in my life acted.
I too am thankful for the adults in my life. I was so proud when I learned how to ride a bike, and my parents rewarded my determination with a brand new bike. Every child is born with an innate desire to thrive, and it is our responsibility as adults in children's lives to help them lead a healthy life. Our work shows that teaching health can be fun, fast, and involve the community. Imagine a health ambassador in every third grade classroom. Imagine adults sharing brief health lessons with children. And imagine a healthier community. We ask that you seek opportunities to engage in brief, regular, integrative, energetic, and fun ways to teach health to children, because you can empower children to thrive.